Hey everybody, before we start the show, I wanted to let you know about our upcoming live show at Sturdy Shelter on February 21st at 5 p.m. It's called Area Code Batavia Live, Cozy and Community. This show is part of Sturdy Shelter's Cozy Fest, a celebration of taking it easy, finding comfort during difficult times, and warmth during cold times. We are hosting some incredible special guests. We'll have Juliana Cancello and Sylvia Sanchez from Bocaditos and Annie Scholl, fiction writer and former owner of Hearth and Hammer. They are experts in cozy, and in particular have a unique perspective on how we can expand our definition of cozy to something beyond just sitting at home in our PJs watching Bridgerton episodes. So do me a favor and mark the date on your calendar. 630 members get free access to the show for themselves and a friend, and everyone else is welcome to buy tickets at the door with cash or through Venmo. All right, on with the show.
Welcome to Kids These Days. My name is Tom Kim, Superintendent of Batavia Public School District 101. This podcast brings together longtime Batavia residents and current students for real, unscripted conversations. Today, the first voice you will hear on this recording is Miss Liz Mcalpin. Liz just retired from BPS 101 after 26 years of service. Liz also happens to be a graduate of Batavia High School. Liz has been just such a champion for students. Liz always talks about students first. Every conversation I've ever been in the room, whether it's curriculum development, best teaching practices, just saying hi in the building, she always wants to show me student work. She's always talking about what will connect for students, what's the best practice to get them engaged, and she's just so passionate about kids first and then her content. We asked Liz before she retired if she wanted to catch up with one of her former students. She said yes and selected a current RMS student, Kim Nolasco. Kim came to BPS 101 in third grade and entered our bilingual program at H.C. Storm Elementary School. For me, Kim has that quiet strength. You could be in a gym or an event, and she won't be the one probably running around or screaming. But when you have Kim focused and she's on a mission, she's really determined. The story you're going to hear today is that of perseverance and belonging. These are two skills that we hope to nurture in all of our students during their time at BPS 101. During Kim's time at BPS 101, Kim has also served as our student ambassador when we were developing our strategic plan in my first year as superintendent. Right away, just when they saw each other, I just loved the warmth that Liz was giving. Kim came in, cracked a smile, and it was great to hear the praise that Liz was giving Kim and how proud she was of Kim, and Kim just coming in and she's that quiet and just sheepish body language, but you could just see it felt good to hear that.
So, how are you doing, Kim?
Really good.
You're really good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. It's almost the end of the school year, right? What are you looking forward to this summer?
I'm not really doing anything, just sleeping in, trying to focus on learning more skills.
What kind of skills do you want to work on over the summer?
I want to work on reading, writing, speaking, and social studies because I don't really understand.
You don't understand social studies? It's hard, right? Because right now you're studying American history, right?
Yeah. We were talking about presidents and how states got together and apart.
And so how the country formed and then how they split?
Yep.
So it's been a while since we've really gotten to talk to each other. I had you as a student when you were in 5th grade, and you're currently in 7th grade. Probably seems like it was forever ago. Does it seem like a long time ago?
It does.
So how is elementary school different from middle school?
So there's a lot of difference because in elementary, we don't we have rules, but not a bunch of rules. And in middle school, we have a lot of rules we have to follow. I would say the teachers are different. In elementary, we have only PE, art, and music. And in middle school, we have more we have health, French, Spanish, and a lot of different, I don't know, just it's like very different.
Different options you
Yeah.
can take. Like how could you take foods? Do
Yeah,
they still
you
have
could
some
take
cooking
foods.
classes
Yeah.
and foods? Yeah. Family consumer science classes.
Yeah.
So would you say that middle school is harder than elementary school?
Yes, I would say it's harder because it's just like, how would I say this? The skills are different. Like everything's different, and the teachers expect more from you.
Okay.
And like, I think you should focus more on getting things right. Because in sixth grade, it's just like you could like do whatever you want. In seventh grade, you have to learn more, and in eighth grade, I think you should like learn more than you learned in the seventh grade, because like it's just going into high school, and then like your brain has to be really good at stuff that you weren't good at, so you could like get good grades and do whatever you want.
Okay. So when you say you have to learn more, do you mean like more content, more specific details, or do you mean that you cover more topics in a class?
Yeah, just cover more topics.
Okay. How often do you feel like school's hard?
Only when there's tests
Okay.
and you don't study,
Oh, okay.
or when there's like stuff that you really don't understand and the teachers like, they're like, oh yeah, I can't help you with it.
Because it's the test?
Yeah, because it's the test, or just like in general, when you get a note sheet and then you have to take notes,
Okay.
and like you don't know what to write on it. It's just like, and the teachers are like, if you don't pay attention, I can't help you with it. And then like you try to pay attention, but maybe like your friend is making funny faces, and then you're like not paying attention, and you can't like focus.
Okay. So when you find that something's too hard, what do you do?
There's like a teacher that could help you with it, or just like ask your friend for notes.
Okay. So that's like if you're in class and you're taking notes.
Yeah, and if you're like in a test and you have to study, the teacher posts notes and slideshows in your Google Classroom, and you just study. Or in advisory, there's like time where you could study for your tests or quizzes. I mostly, when I don't study, I just like try to do my best on the test.
I can't believe you don't study.
Like in my tests, I don't study, but I get A's. So I'm
Okay.
just
So you
like,
don't feel like you have to study. So you're talking about all of these things, but you're doing really well in school?
Well, I wouldn't say really well, but I'm fine.
You're fine? Okay. So if you were thinking about like an area maybe that you weren't doing well in, can you think of what you might do to do better in that class?
That's a really good question. So I think the class that I'm mostly bad at is ELA.
Okay.
So what I do is this teacher helps me with learning stuff that's not that hard, or stuff that like the class is not learning right now.
Okay.
Like maybe if I'm in 7th grade, she's like teaching me stuff from 6th grade.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then trying to go from there to 7th grade.
So meeting
stuff.
you where you're at to
Yeah.
make sure that you're getting what you need
Yeah.
to be
Yeah,
successful
yeah.
in both.
Or just like ask for help to my mom, or just someone that knows how to explain, like one of my friends, if they're like smarter than me. I just like ask them for help, and then like we could hang out and they could help me study or teach me stuff that I don't know.
Okay. And do you feel like you have things that you could teach them too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they might be doing better in a subject area than you are at that moment,
Yeah.
right? Is it easy to raise your hand and ask a question in middle school?
No.
Why do you
it's
think
not
so?
easy.
Why?
Because it's just like, maybe if your crush is there in your
Oh,
class,
your crush.
and then
Okay. Okay.
you're like, I don't want to ask questions because I'm scared if I like say something wrong, or the question is like not good enough that I could like ask. I just like, I don't want to ask. Or if like there's a bunch of people and you're really shy, you can't ask a question, but you could stay maybe after the class and ask a question.
Okay, so there are other times that you could make sure you
Yeah.
get help. So when you were in class with me and you had to do a project, that
Oh, no.
that seemed pretty difficult, right?
Yeah.
What did you do? What strategies did you use to help make that task easier to do or to be successful? Because I can remember you, like, we would be starting a project and you would ask several questions, right? Because you always wanted to make sure you were following the direction that it needed to go, right? But you never gave up. And in the end, you always had a fantastic product. So what steps did you take along the way to get there?
So if we had partners, I would like let them show me what I had to do, and then I would try to do it. And if we were just like alone, I would ask for help to maybe my parents at home, or just like search it up how to do it. Or sometimes I would just like read the directions carefully and try to translate it in my brain, and then I could like try to follow it how it went.
Because I think that's a superpower that you have, right? You are bilingual, right? So you can do that, and you do that well. And I think not giving up on that has certainly helped you be successful. I can remember giving you an option, right, on if you wanted directions in English or if you wanted directions in Spanish. And you always chose them in English because you said you wanted to challenge yourself and you wanted to make sure that you were learning it in both languages.
For that one, I just like try to challenge, like you said, challenge myself, because like at first when I came here, like my cousins speak English like in front of me, and I used to like get really mad because I didn't understand anything they were saying. I thought like they were talking about me.
Yeah.
So I was just like trying to learn more so I could talk to them.
When you get overwhelmed with schoolwork, how do you get through that struggle?
I would just ask for help, or in Bulldog Block try to go to that teacher and ask her questions that she didn't maybe explain that well, or ask one of my friends to help me. Just like try really hard and get whatever grade I get, and then see what I did wrong, and then try to not redo it but learn from it, and then the next time I do it, it will be better. And if I do it wrong again, I would just keep trying until I get it right.
So we really do learn when we make mistakes, don't we?
Yeah.
Right? We've talked about that every challenge is an opportunity, right?
Yes.
And if we are making mistakes, we're really learning. Otherwise, we're just practicing something that we already know how to do,
Yeah.
right? And it's okay to make mistakes, right? And school is a safe place to make those mistakes because we can take that challenge and turn it into, like you just said, right? You can learn from that and you can continue to grow. And I'm so excited to see that you're carrying that forward with you. That is fantastic. Can you talk about anything at school right now that as you were working on, you didn't necessarily feel like it paid off right away? Like you didn't see a positive result right away, but after spending time really working on it, you were glad that you did and that you didn't give up, that you persevered.
So actually there was a project in ELA that I had to do a presentation about it, and I just like finish my presentation and try to talk the presentation through it with someone, like one of my friends. And first of all, I thought it wasn't good enough, and then they were like, oh, I could help you with it. But then I said, no, I got it. And then I tried to do it, and then I just went up to a teacher and then asked her, can you read the slides and see if it's good? And then she said, oh, I think you could do better on it. And then I did it again, and I went to two of my teachers, and then they said, oh, it's perfect, you got this. And I did the presentation, and I think I got an A on that presentation. So I'm really thankful for those teachers and friends that told me, like, this is not good, you could do better, so I could keep trying and get that right.
Which is fantastic.
Yep.
Good for you. I'm really proud of you. How did you feel about it? Other than getting an A, how did you feel after you gave the presentation when you finished it?
So first of all, I was really frustrated because I couldn't get it. And then after the presentation, I was.
Were you like, yes, I nailed it.
Yeah,
I
was
nailed
really
it. I knew
happy.
it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So I feel like I was a lot like you when I was going through school and faced a challenge that was difficult. I had some pretty high expectations of myself, and I did not want to give up, and I wanted to continue to grow. So when I saw a challenge, I wanted to make sure that it was not an obstacle that got in my way, but that I could meet the challenge. I would talk to friends, I would talk to my parents and ask them to proofread something or to take a look at something. But I think internally, getting through it and persevering, I felt the same way that you did.
In my opinion, when you didn't say anything about that, I thought you were very good at school, because right now you're a very good teacher and you taught me stuff that I didn't know.
I think that I reach out to others for help because they might see the question of the problem from a different angle, and they might have different experiences that I haven't had, and they might see something that I haven't seen. And I think we always have room to grow and to improve, and we can always learn from other people. So I think that's why I want to make sure whatever I do is the best product we can put together. So the more people we have in creating that, I think the better opportunity we have at having a successful end.
Yeah. I think it's trying to get approval from someone else, or maybe you think that they know more than you do, and just trying to ask for help, if they were a teacher.
What has doing hard work, how can you apply that to your life outside of class? So being successful and not giving up in school, how can you apply that to other areas of life?
I think just the fact that my parents taught me that you never give up even in the hard times. I think that's just something I could follow and get through obstacles that are in the way.
Have you thought about all of this work that you're doing right now in school and all this effort that you're putting in? How do you hope to see that play out in the future? What impact do you hope that will have on the future? What are some things you want to do in the future?
Well, I don't really know, because I want to be a police. And I don't really know how it could, I know they know a lot about math, so I'm trying to improve on math. It's hard, but it's just keep trying. And I think I want scholarship too, but I don't know yet, so I'm just trying to do my best.
Can you think of some of the skills that you pick up or some of the practices that you've learned that aren't necessarily tied to a subject area that you might use in the future?
I think working as a team is one, because not if I can be a police and I have to be another thing that I don't want or that I want. I think if you're always in a group, you can do just all the stuff. You have to ask for help to your team members, or give work to them. If they get mad at you, that's okay. Just leave them. But just share work.
Why do you want to be a police officer? Because you've talked about that since 5th grade.
Yeah.
What is it about that you're this is what I want to do?
I don't really know. I'm just the uniform.
Okay.
Gets my attention.
Okay.
And what they do, and I don't know how to say this, but they see a bunch of stuff that I'm not gonna say, I don't know if this is good, but normal people don't see. And I want to have more, there's a bunch of cases where there's a lot of suspense,
What would be the most important thing about being a police officer? What do you think the most important thing about being a police officer is?
I would say following the law. I think police is the law. I don't like to follow orders. I like to give orders.
Oh, that's why you want to do it? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Sometimes the teachers are just like too mean, and you're really mad at them. You just don't want to follow the rules that they give you, and just like don't do it even if you get in trouble. But when I'm really mad, I just try to forget they're there and just follow the rules. And in each class, sometimes there's 2 teachers, and just forget there's one, and like the other one is teaching you this stuff.
So why is following the law important?
Because then you could get in trouble if you don't.
Okay. All right. So if everybody decided that we weren't going to follow laws, what would happen?
You go to jail.
Okay. Do you know that being a police officer is difficult work? It's hard work.
I know. That's another thing I like, that I don't like to do like light work. I like to do hard work.
So you're ready for the challenge?
Yep. Sometimes in school we do hard work, and then outside of school, maybe sports, we have to, if like you want to score a goal, that's maybe a challenge for you. You have to try to make it.
What are some things that you do specifically when you're like, okay, this is going to be a challenge for me? What do you say to yourself? Okay, Kim, here we go. Here's what we have to remember to do. If it's on a team, or if it's at school, or if it's at home.
I would just try my best to do it and learn. If I don't do it good, just learn from my mistakes, and the next time do it again until I get it right. I know there's a lot of times that you won't just ask people for help, and you would like have to do it yourself. Right now I'm focusing on not asking help from others, just trying to make the challenge a small challenge, and then make it, and then make another small challenge, and then make it again, and stuff like that, so I don't have to ask for help.
So take a big challenge and break it into smaller pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do when somebody asks you for help? How do you respond to that?
Oh, I would just, instead of just giving them the answer, I would try to maybe just like reteach them if I know, and if not, just like tell them to ask someone, or just tell them to try their best if I don't know the answer either.
Okay. So not just give them the answer.
Yeah. Just
help them learn it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Help them make that achievement on their own.
Yep.
Great helpers do that. And that's you.
This conversation really affirmed some things that I saw in Kim a couple of years ago. And when I listened to this interview, it just really revealed everything I thought. That quiet presence, that very focused response, her desire to be a leader. I have no idea if law enforcement is in her future, right? Because as a young person, she doesn't know yet that we all like have different dreams and passions and goals as we move through life. I think it reflects a lot about her ability to have plans set, like create the plan, then go with the plan. And I think that's really reflected in her conversation. She has a plan in her mind. She knows what she wants to do, and we are trying to help them find what they want to become. Here's what I do know is that the skills she's developing now and learning about herself right now will only help to whatever it is that she decides to pursue. Thanks for listening to Kids These Days. To find out more about all the great things we're doing, please sign up for the newsletter using the link in the show notes. And if you know someone who you think will enjoy this podcast, please let them know about it. We'll see you next time.